guys, this is Aspect. Hope you're all doing great and safe during these trying times. I thought I'd just show you my status effect build which I use during legendary missions for CC. So I'm just gonna start off with the weapon I use. It's the Everlasting Gaze that has 13% rifle damage, 17% crit hit damage and 10% headshot damage. I actually recalibrated that, so I think I should put something better there, like damage to target out of cover or something, which really doesn't matter. But the main thing about this weapon is the talent, which when you actually do headshots, that grants you 50% status effect damage and the duration to the next status effect you apply, so which is really good. The secondary weapon I'm using is the classic M1A. This is by choice. You can use something else like a Sweet Dreams to actually take out purple enemies or anything that which is not an elite, so which helps out. But the reason I run this is because I'm consistently doing blinds to enemies, so I'm sort of actually doing a bit of extra damage as well to help out taking out those elites as well. So that's my weapon of choice. The gear piece I'm running is, the headpiece is a Golan Gear Limited. That's for the 10% status effect, one piece. This could be better, but it works really well with status effect 8.6% status effect and with a mod slot of 11.6% skill haste, and I recalibrated the 1% skill tier, 1+1. And for my chest piece I am using a Wyvernware. I've actually got all three pieces of Wyvernware to get that skill damage, status effect 10% and the 20% skill duration. So the talent I am running is efficient, because the reason I'm running this is I am consistently using medkits to actually heal the party. That's why I'm actually using the survival specialist as well, so which gives bonus, which gives armor back to friendlies if I use a medkit, so which works really well as well. If I'm in cover as well, which survivalist gives me 10% skill haste as well, so which is really good. So my chest piece has 10% status effect, 4.6% skill damage and 11.4% skill haste. I could switch this out for a better chest piece that has skill haste instead of skill damage. That will work out really well. For my holster I'm using a Wyvernware as well, 10% skill status effect and 12% skill haste. It's a god rolled. I'm actually happy with this holster. My knee pad, I actually crafted this. It's status effect 10%, which I put on there, and skill haste 8.1%. For the glove I'm using a Hana-U, has 10.3% skill haste and 10% skill status effect. And for that extra 10% skill haste, for the set bonus, for my backpack I am using a Murakami. Murakami is good for that skill duration. You need at least one piece of Murakami. So the talent, the stats on this is 9.2% skill haste, 8.9% skill status effect and 11.3% skill haste. The talent I am running on this is Creeping Death. So when you apply a status effect, it also applies to all enemies within 8 meters. This actually recently got buffed, which is working out pretty well with the blind effect and the EMP effect or any fire effect if you're doing on anybody. Usually if I'm running any minor heroics or anything like that, I switch it out with the Imperial Dynasty, which works really well. when it sets people on fire, and then it spreads with and then the creeping death actually procs in, so which works really well. The skills I usually run is the blinder. You can see my cooldown is 24.2 seconds and my blind duration is 24.2 seconds, so it equals out, and whenever I'm in cover I get that extra 10% skill haste, so my blind cooldown goes lower than the actual duration, so I'm able to actually blind again as soon as it comes back, so that works out really well. If it's not Black Tusk enemies, if you're running a heroic, the best thing to run with is a foam launcher. Foam launcher, what it does is it acts as a form of CC where when you actually shoot it on somebody, they don't really move, they don't really shoot as well, so your DPS can actually take down heavies because they're consistently just trying to take out that foam off them. So this works out really well as well, especially if they're coming out of a door in a group or something. If you shoot them, it'll work out really well. So that pretty much breaks it down. For the SHD level, I've actually put a lot of points, which was a mistake. I actually put it in skill damage 50%. I mean 50 points in there. I was actually hoping to actually put it in skill duration. I wanted that 20% extra skill duration, but I mean I still have 7.2% and that skill haste 10% extra, which actually works out really well as well. So that basically concludes the whole build. For your sidearm, you can use whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, you can use a Liberty or Mozambique special with the perfect bread basket. It can help out sometimes when you actually run out of bullets and stuff. But yeah, this is my build. I'll show you my stats on my skill. So my cam launcher, the foam launcher rather, the ensnare health is 1.8 million, the ensnare duration is 21 seconds on them, and the ammo cooldown is 14.5 seconds. So before it runs out I can shoot another one, and then plus you get 6 ammo, so you can consistently keep people foamed. And as I showed for the blinder, it's got 10 max target, it's got a bit of health and the speed, so the blind duration is 24.2 seconds and the cooldown is 24.2 seconds. So I'm just going to show you a bit of gameplay, me using this with the Imperial holster as well. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.